everyone. Sorry about the delay. We're going to go ahead and get started. I know that we only have a couple students in here right now. We're hoping that some more will join in a few minutes. We are recording this session, and we will post this on our website, so it'll be available in the future for our students. So if we want to go ahead and get started, if you guys would like to introduce yourselves, starting with Cal State Long Beach.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Erica Eiffel-Dobbins. I am one of the outreach coordinators for the University Outreach and School Relations Office here at the beach.
All right, thank you. And UNLV?
Hello, my name is Dave Tankinson, and I am the transfer admissions counselor here at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, and I'm from Los Angeles, California.
Okay, Cal State LA.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kayla Ramirez-Sealy. I'm one of the recruiters here at Cal State LA and also assist with freshmen and transfer admissions.
Perfect. And last but not least, UCR.
Hi, my name is Kaisha Ross. I'm actually the transfer preparation coordinator for UC Riverside, but I also do work with first year as well as transfer students as well.
All right, perfect. And I'm Jessica Tanatongo. I'm the Transfer and Career Center Coordinator here at Barstow Community College. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the presentations. Each college is going to present about 10 to 15 minutes on what they can offer for transfer right now. We're going to go ahead and get started with Cal State Long Beach.
Am I able to share?
Is it not allowing you to?
Yeah, it says it's disabled.
I did not set this up. So let me see. I don't know if Glenn knows anything that he could help me with. Oh, try again.
Okay. Perfect.
Oh, perfect. Yay.
Okay, can you see my slide okay? Okay, perfect. So again, my name's Erica. I'm one of the outreach coordinators for outreach at Cal State Long Beach. And I'm just gonna go over some information about how to reach the beach as far as the transfer admission process, and then some really important student programs and services to help you with your transition. So if you're not familiar with our campus, we do offer 85 undergraduate degree programs within our 8 colleges on campus. This is just a snapshot of some of our unique or popular majors within each of the colleges. And in order to reach our campus, we accept upper division transfer students. So you would need to have at least 60 semester units under your belt to qualify for admission. That's going to be comprised of your general ed coursework, so about 30 units, including your Golden 4, which is your written and oral communication, critical thinking, and math, in addition to courses that are specific to your major. And there are 2 pathways that you can follow in order to transfer to our campus. The first one is going to be satisfying our major specific requirements. These are courses that you can actually locate on our admissions webpage. So if you are deciding to pursue that first pathway option, definitely check our admissions webpage. You'll see it's split up by the colleges. You'll locate your major, and then there's going to be a drop down of courses that you'll need to satisfy for admission. You may also see some recommended courses. We highly encourage students to take those recommended courses as well, because it does make you more competitive for admission. The second pathway to transfer would be the Associate's Degree for Transfer, otherwise known as the ADT. It's essentially a 60 plus 60 degree guarantee. You're committing to 60 units at the community college, and then you're going to transfer over to us to complete your remaining units. The ADT is actually used in lieu of the major specific requirements that you'll locate on our admissions webpage. Some of the benefits would be the 1.1 GPA boost that's given during the admissions review. And this is a snapshot of our application timeline. We do accept transfer students in the fall and in the spring. The application filing periods are the same year to year for fall. It's October 1st through November 30th. And then for spring, it's August 1st through the 31st. If you are gearing up to apply and you have questions regarding financial aid and scholarship opportunities, don't hesitate to reach out to our financial aid office. They do work with prospective students as well as once you are enrolled. And then we do want students to do well once they reach the beach. This is just a snapshot of some of our student support programs and services on campus. Our beach pantry helps support students with food insecurities. We also have our CAPS, Counseling and Psychological Services office, that provides both individual and group counseling as well as crisis intervention. And then we do want you to be successful. One of the programs that I would like to highlight is our BMAC office, our Bob Murphy Access Center. It does help support our students that need accommodations due to a disability. And we do have our Transfer Transition Center. They provide academic advising and support, but really they provide more of a community setting for our incoming transfer students with a student lounge, their study space, but they also act as a on-campus referral. So once you start that first week, you might be a little overwhelmed on how to navigate campus and where to go for certain support and services. You could definitely start with the BTTC. And some of our additional resources and support for our Black students, we have our Black Student Union, our Black Resource Center, headed by Paul Carter. He is the Assistant Director of our Resource Center. We also have our OMA, Office of Multicultural Affairs. They actually create a sense of community and connection for our students on campus. They provide programming throughout the year. We have our Men's Success Initiative that's led by Darnell Lewis. And he is actually the director of OMA. And MSI does a great job of supporting our men of color on campus by providing academic and personal advising, tutoring, and mentorship. We also have mental and emotional support for our students on campus. We're really excited about our Black Table Talk that happens during the fall and the spring on select dates throughout the month. And it's an opportunity for students to connect with staff and faculty and have conversations about race and other issues that impact the Black community. We also have our Sister Friends group. They meet weekly. It's a supportive network for our Black female students, and it's led and facilitated by Terry Armstrong. She's actually the assistant director for our outreach office, as well as Dr. Shelley Collins, who is our licensed therapist within our CAPS office. And student engagement, there are a variety of ways to get involved on campus. There are over 300 student orgs and clubs to choose from, but this is just a snapshot of some of our services for our Black students. We have, again, our Black Student Union. We have Queen to Queen, which is a supportive space for our Black female students, our Black campus ministries, as well as our fraternity and sorority life. In addition, we also have our Black grad celebration that students can get involved with, our Black cultural welcome. That's actually a kickoff at the beginning of the semester, so students can interact and meet Black faculty and staff on campus as well as their peers. We have our Black beach experience that's tailored toward our incoming first-time, first-year students. And then we have our Black excellence orientation that happens during the first week during the fall semester as well as the spring. And we do have thematic housing opportunities through university housing and residential life. Our Black and Pan-African Scholars House, it actually provides a really welcoming space for our students. There's also programming that's held through the Black and Pan-African Scholars House. So if you are interested in residing on our campus, definitely check out our housing website for more information. And if you have any questions regarding transfer, definitely reach out to the outreach office. You can also follow us on social media on Instagram at Beach Access LB, but definitely reach out if you do have questions moving forward. Thank you.
And thank you, Erica. Next up, we have Dave from UNLV.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to share my screen as well, hopefully. Tell me if you can, if it comes up, you can see that.
Yes, we can see that.
Okay, good. Well, welcome everybody. Again, my name is Dave Tankinson. I'm here in Las Vegas and the transfer admissions counselor for UNLV. As I mentioned, for those of you in California, I am actually from Culver City, California, in LA County, born and raised, and went to Cal State Northridge for undergrad. So I'm a LA native, and I'm here today to help you and tell you just a brief, show you a few slides and a brief amount about UNLV. It's a very transfer friendly school and some of the opportunities for you here. And I'm going to skip this if it will allow me. There we go. So a couple things I just want to bring up. There's two slides that talk about UNLV that I want to bring up. And one of them, if you look in the middle with our 30,000 student population, about 26,000 are undergrad. For those of you, and I know I've been at Barstow College a couple times, and for those of you going to a big urban state school, it's actually a small number of students. So how I look at it is you can park your car here, you can go eat in the commons without waiting. The classes tend to be smaller, and there's a lot of opportunity for you. It's just not overwhelming, even though you're a mile from the famous strip here. The other thing I want to highlight is our diversity on campus. We're the second most diverse campus in the country. I don't know what the first is. We used to be the first. My guess is it's somewhere in California. I've heard it's Hawaii. I'm not sure, but I want you to take this from that fact. When you come here, this is how I kind of explain it. And if you don't take anything else from my presentation, this is what I'd like you to know. When you come to UNLV, no matter what it's a very welcoming and inclusive environment. So however you dress, the color of your hair, the color of your skin, who you worship, who you love, none of that matters to us and to the community here. What's important is for you to come here, continue and further your education, and create value. So for yourself through your education. And I can tell you, in case you couldn't guess, I've been around for a long time in this world, and there's very few places I have been where you can come and be judged unjudged. You're not going to be judged on how you look and anything about you, and people are going to treat you with respect and quality no matter what. And that's the thing that we really have to offer. Okay, a couple of things. Class size, you're used to small classes. Most of you, or all of you, would be coming in as transfers. If you come into your upper division, your classes are usually no bigger than 30. We have students that come in from high schools in Nevada and other places that have larger classes. So there's a lot of room there for specialization, getting to know your professors. We have all of the major programs that any big state university is going to offer. The things that we do have that are a little bit unique is we do have our own nursing school, very popular. People come from all over because you can go to nursing school at state university tuition as opposed to going to a private school, which is great, but having to pay a lot of money. We're the only university or school in the state of Nevada with our own law school. It's on campus. We do get a lot of people that have been in our urban affairs, criminal justice programs like that. And our big draws for transfers are really three areas. Hospitality is our largest school. It makes sense from where we are located and the opportunities that are available. We get students from all over the world that come here for hospitality. Our business school, which is one of our most popular transfer destinations, including the students that we do get from Barstow College, which is the closest community college outside of Nevada to our campus. And then finally engineering, and we have a brand new building there, and that's also popular. Of course, we have everything else you could imagine and all the support and resources necessary. Of course, Las Vegas, for those of you that might be interested, I don't skip this because it's my favorite slide. Being an LA person, as I mentioned, I will admit I'm a Rams fan. And so I was not too upset when the 49ers lost yesterday, but we do have a lot of sports and opportunities. UNLV is one of only 3 schools in the entire United States that plays their football games in an NFL stadium, the others being the University of Pittsburgh and the U Miami, where the Dolphins play. And you do get a free ticket to all home sporting events, including the UNLV football games at Allegiant Stadium. A lot of times people think of UNLV and they think of the strip and the hotels. There's a lot more to it. There's culture, there's history, there's our historic West Side, there's outdoor activities. So there's lots to do here besides going to school, working, and other things. We have plenty of resources available to you. I thought that the first presenter did an excellent job of highlighting Cal State Long Beach's resources. And like most schools, we also have many resources, those that are specific to people of color, to those that are underrepresented, and many others, and Native American and many other populations. We pride ourselves on our Academic Success Center, as well as our Recreation and Wellness Center and our CAPS, as was previously mentioned. I will tell you that whatever school you choose to go to, you're going to be paying for these resources with your fees. So use them to your benefit. I would just highlight our Academic Success Center and our Career Center for those of you transferring from Barstow. As far as student organizations, we have everything you can think of. We have a big focus on our cultural, ethnic, and religious-based organizations, as well as the traditional fraternity and sorority. We have everything from anime clubs to the accounting club to the Black Student Business Association, to any club you can think of. And we also do have those clubs that serve different groups, populations, such as our Native American Club, our Black Student Union. They have a house on campus, a gathering spot as well, our Multicultural Center, and many other opportunities for students to thrive and excel both academically, socially, and everywhere else. I will tell you that oftentimes with transfer students, sometimes they come to school, they go home, or they're working, they have families, can be non-traditional. I would tell you to get involved as much as you can, especially in something that interests you. And we do have campus housing available both on campus and apartment style living. I just tell you it is an additional cost. Now, this is the most important thing that I want to pass along, that I'm going to spend a minute or two on. If you have 24 transferable credits with a 2.5, you will gain admission to UNLV, period. Nothing else needs to be said. That's how it is. If you do not have those 24, depending on your grade point average, we may want to see your high school transcript. I would also add that if you on your transcript from Barstow College, if you get breadth or IGETC certification on your transcript, we will waive your general ed with the exception of a History of Nevada course that's required. So basically just remember 2.5, 24 credits. And transferring credits in the California Community College system, such as Barstow. I'm not going to spend too much time, but basically if they're not vocational and not repeated courses, we take them. And then your out-of-state tuition is going to be $26,000. If you come in with a 3.0 or higher, you will automatically be awarded WUI, which will take you right here, take your tuition down to $14,000. So if you get that, maybe you're full Pell Grant eligible. Now you're paying about $7,000 or so for tuition. You do have that living cost. There's no state income tax in Nevada. One of the reasons my family lives here from California. So focusing on that 3.0 is going to take $12,500 off of that tuition. And there's other opportunities for scholarships as well. They're all stackable, so you can reduce that even more, especially through your FAFSA and your Pell Grant. And finally, we want you to apply by March 15th as a transfer for a priority deadline. One thing I will tell you, if you're admitted, you basically apply and submit your official transcript. If you wish to apply, contact me at david.tankinson@unlv.edu. I'm on the website, and I will personally waive your application fee of $60. So if you want to apply here, don't pay it. Contact me or have your counselor at Barstow contact me, and I will waive that fee. Our admission is non-binding, so you don't have to come here. There's no deposit required. We also have tours available every day of the week at 10 and 2, as well as Saturdays at 9:30. We have official tours. You're only a couple hours away. Come on down or contact me and take a tour. And as mentioned earlier, once we get through this, certainly would be available for any questions. Thank you very much for your time, and go Rebels.
Thank you, Dave. And next up, we have Cal State LA, Kayla.
Thank you, and thank you, Dave, for that wonderful presentation, and Erica as well. I'm gonna bring up my presentation. Okay, you all can see that. So welcome to Cal State LA Campus Highlight. A little bit about our campus. Cal State LA is centrally located in Los Angeles. We're literally 10-15 minutes away from downtown. So you really get to have that city experience. Our mascot, you can see, is Eddie the Golden Eagle. We are a medium-sized campus. That brings our classroom sizes down to really reasonable size. 21-to-1 is really great, especially that way you could connect with your professors and faculty on campus. Cal State LA does have 7 academic colleges, which house our 50+ undergraduate majors and graduate programs, as well as offering 4 doctoral programs. So a lot of our students are really able to continue their studies here at Cal State LA in a lot of different career fields. And we encourage them to actually just stay here. That way they have that affordable option. Some of our very unique fields of study are engineering technology, fire protection administration, which only transfer students can apply for, rehabilitation services, and the MD Pass to Medical School program, which students interested in medical school could definitely sign up for that, and I encourage you all to do that. Part of that program is being able to study in our Pan-African Studies department, so you'll be connected to many students and faculty who are part of the Pan-African Studies department. Our top 5 majors this year are business administration, psychology, criminal justice, child development, and biology. So some of our campus spotlights, we have a lot of great things happening on our campus, especially in STEM. So we recently received grants for biomedical research, supporting our NASA team with space agencies and 3D printing, deep sea exploration, as well as just supporting our students who are tackling energy and climate change. Some of our other grants that we've been receiving do include grants for our LGBTQ plus digital storytelling. And then we are also one of the few universities that has a College of Ethnic Studies. So that is one of our academic colleges here at Cal State LA that not only houses our Pan-African Studies department, but also our Chicana Latinx departments as well. So just a snapshot of Cal State LA's fall 2023 profile. Last year, we had about 14,000 students apply. Of those, a little bit over 12,000 were admitted. So we're really ensuring that Cal State LA is accessible to our students. As mentioned earlier by Erica, we do encourage students to actually earn an associate's degree for transfer because it really does guide you through the whole admission process and helps with your admission eligibility. For our students last year, about 9,000 indicated they were receiving an associate's degree for transfer, and about 1,000 were enrolled with that associate's degree for transfer. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in a future slide. So for our transfer admission requirements, Cal State LA does only accept upper division transfers, which means you have to have at least 60 transferable semester units or 90 quarter units. Half of those units must be general education courses, so you don't necessarily have to complete the IGETC, but be sure that you complete at least these 4 general education courses. They are required for our admission with a C- or better. So that will be oral communication or public speaking, written communication or college English, critical thinking, and college math. And then for Cal State LA, we do have major specific criteria, which we do encourage our students to complete. Some of these major specific criteria are required, especially for our nursing students. So if you are interested in nursing, be sure to check out our website to really pay attention to those specific requirements because our nursing program is very competitive and does have very strict admission requirements as well as a second application. And then also for nursing, we do only accept students for fall admission. Continuing with the transfer admission requirements, our minimum GPA is a 2.0, but again, I do encourage students to earn higher. That way you're very much more competitive as we do want to serve as many students as possible, but also we are limited on space on our campus. And then for students who might have studied outside of the United States, we do require English language proficiency. So diving into major specific criteria, it might be a little hard to read this information. So again, check it out on our website. If you Google Cal State LA major specific criteria, you will be able to see the criteria for not only fall 2024 admission, but also spring 2025 will be updated shortly. For this example, we will be looking at our programs in business administration and psychology. For business administration, we do recommend earning an associate's degree for transfer. That has a lower GPA minimum requirement, but if you are not applying for an associate's degree for transfer in either business administration or business administration 2.0, you can just meet the required courses and then take the recommended courses. So of course, those required courses are the golden 4, as we call them, the written communication, oral communication, critical thinking, and math courses, and then recommended courses, which will help prepare you for those upper division courses at Cal State LA. So being sure that you try and complete accounting fundamentals as well as economic fundamentals. That way you're really supported for your time at Cal State LA. For majors such as psychology, this is our only major that does require an associate's degree for transfer. So be mindful if you are interested in psychology, you will have to complete an associate's degree for transfer as well as at least a 2.9 GPA. So again, I do recommend checking that information out on our website and also meeting with the transfer center and your counselors. That way you can ensure that you are on track to complete these admission requirements for Cal State LA. So for transfer admission, Cal State LA does accept transfers for fall 2020 or fall admission as well as spring admission. For spring 2025, that application will be opening in August. So hang tight if you're interested in that. But again, as I mentioned, nursing is one of the majors that you cannot apply for spring admission. For fall 2025, we will have that application open starting fall, later this fall, October 1st. So keep an eye out for that information as well. We do continue to update as time goes forward, but a little bit about our admission rounds. We first look at our local students and then also our non-local students. So definitely encouraging you all to earn that associate's degree for transfer because it does make you more competitive in this round 2 of the admission process. And then for students interested in music, our music BM does require an audition, so keep an eye out for those deadlines as well on their website. And then for students who don't meet the major specific criteria or borderline with that, we do offer admission based on availability, and also completing the associate's degree for transfer will make you more competitive for that admission. So this is just a brief breakdown of some of Cal State LA student support services. I always encourage students to check out not only these listed resources, but all the resources Cal State LA has to offer. So of course we have counseling and psychological services, our cross-cultural resource centers. For Cal State LA, we do offer our Pan-African Student Resource Center, really great space for our African-American students, Black students, as well as African students to come together and create that community on our campus. Cal State LA does receive a lot of students that actually are international students coming from Africa. So really great to have that kind of like that full circle of community, ranging from first generation Black students to African students to very rich historical roots here in America. We also have our Dreamers Resource Center, Educational Opportunity Program, or EOP. So if you're currently a part of EOP&S, I encourage you to apply for Educational Opportunity Program. That way you can continue on with that support. One of the student support services that are not listed here are our RISE mentorship program. I encourage you to actually check that out because it's a really great program to just have that mentorship as you transition into the university. So you can really get that support from one of our mentors who is a current student. This is specifically for our Black students to ensure that you're able to have that experience. And if you want to learn more about what Cal State LA has to offer, I encourage you to actually join in our Black Excellence virtual event this week. It will be happening on Thursday. So great opportunity to not only learn more about Cal State LA's Black student support services, but also meet and greet with our Black Golden Eagles. For financial aid, Cal State LA has an average financial aid package of about $15,000. If you're interested in applying to Cal State LA for fall 2024, you can use the contact information at that end to contact our office to see if you're eligible to submit a late application. Over 80% of our students receive some form of financial aid, whether it be grants, loans, or scholarships. And we do offer over 400 scholarship opportunities for our students and make it really easy by having it all on one general application. For housing, our students over 21 will actually be living in our apartment villages. So we have our phase 1 and phase 2 villages, as well as our university apartments. So all of these apartments come with a kitchen, 2 to 4 bedrooms, bathrooms, as well as furnishings. We do have our transfer student communities, as well as our justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion communities, also known as JEDI. We have our Lacey Scholars, so it's also a space for our Black students to come onto campus and live together in a community, and very many more for our students of many different identities and interests. I do encourage students to scan the QR code to check out more information about our housing and residence life. Cal State LA really prides ourselves on beyond the classroom work. I do encourage students to really get involved and get out there to learn more about what Cal State LA has to offer, but also get the best hands-on experience possible while at the university. One that I do always highlight is minority opportunities and research program. So something about the university is it can be challenging to get into research, especially if you're in those research-driven career fields. I encourage you to check out more. That way you can get your hands into research opportunities, as well as just meeting a lot of our professors and getting to know them. That way you're able to get those great internship and research opportunities. Cal State LA does offer study abroad. This includes going to Africa, Europe, Asia, South America, as well as Central America. We do offer over 100 student organizations, including our Black Student Union, National Society of Black Engineers, as well as a couple of historically Black fraternities and sororities. We do have Delta Sigma Theta as well as Phi Beta Sigma on our campus. So if you're interested in learning more, go to calstatela.edu or calstatela.usu.org. That way you can check out all of our student organizations that we have to offer. One of the great organizations that we offer on our campus as well is our Halisi Steppers. They'll actually be performing this week at our women's and men's basketball games to really just be involved in honor of Black History Month. So I mentioned reaching out to our office. You can scan the QR code to go to our direct website, but we're really here to support you, whether it be checking your admission eligibility with our pre-admission counselor, joining additional presentations such as this, guidance towards the admission process, and so much more. So here, please feel free to take down our admissions office information. This is the Cal State LA Admissions and Recruitment Office. We are able to support you, whether it be you've already submitted an application or looking to submit an application in the near future. All right, thank you all, and I'll go ahead and pass on the presentation to the next presenter.
All right, thank you, Kayla. And last but not least, once again, we have UCR, Ms. Keisha. Thank you.
Alrighty, thank you so very much. Just give me a moment. I'll go ahead and get set up here. Okay. Is everyone seeing this? Everyone able to see my screen?
Yes.
Fantastic. Like you mentioned, my name is Kaisha Ross. I'm actually a transfer preparation coordinator here at UC Riverside. So we're just going to talk really briefly today about the benefits that an education at UCR can, of course, provide for you. I just want to start off with our origins and a little bit about our beginnings. Of course, in 1907, we got our origins from the land grants and the money that we got from Cal Berkeley. In 1954, we became official as a university. As of today, we have about 26, maybe 27,000 students strong. From our origins from the citrus experiment station, we have over 1,000 different varieties of citrus fruits that we allow our students to peruse on campus. And if you guys are into anime like myself, we do have the Eden comic book collection, which houses over 75,000 different comic books and different genres for our students to peruse from. Some other things that I just wanted to go over really quickly, which would be just moving forward. Oh, I'm so very sorry. Just really quickly, want to go over a few facts about how UCR is a main connection for students to their success journey in a variety of ways. So before we get into that though, I do want to go ahead and talk really briefly about our pillars. So number one, we are most certainly a research institution. Not only are our faculty members doing research, but the students are as well. And we have no prohibitions on research. So we're most predominantly known for the research that we've done. Number two, we're a public school, so we're all about accessibility. So if you have a desire to, of course, either go to a four-year university or improve your situation or your life or what have you through the means of four-year education or a four-year degree, then we most certainly are a place that can accommodate you. And lastly, we are most certainly proud of our global and our community impact. A lot of the things that we have done and a lot of the things that we currently are doing can be seen in your everyday life. For example, the halos or the cuties oranges, those were created and the research for them was derived directly from UC Riverside. Any Sunkist product that you may have had got its origins directly here in California at UC Riverside. If you guys like guacamole or avocados, the brand new Luna avocado, which is a brand new genetically modified and engineered brand new strain of avocado, was created right here at Riverside. And last but not least, for any of you guys who like Fords or have a Ford truck or a product, any or actually all of their visual safety feature technology that comes directly from students doing research right here at UC Riverside. We are the #1 nation in the US for social mobility. So what that means is that, if you are definitely trying to climb the ladder, we are most certainly one of the best places to do so. We are amongst the top 1.3 percentile of universities worldwide. So what that means is that the reputation and the quality of the education that you'll receive will be second to none. We are number 23 as far as the best value. So as far as your price that you're going to pay for your degree and the return on investment will of course be second to none as well. And we are a gold standard school. We are an AAU member. So that most certainly gives a lot more credence, a lot more brevity to the degree that you'll earn. And last but not least, we are one of the first campuses in the UC system to actually have a professionally staffed Black Student Resource Center. So that's something we're really proud of. So just to kind of move forward, with, of course, going over what we have to offer here at Riverside, just a little bit of a snapshot about what we have to offer. We most certainly have a lot of room to grow. One of the things that I like the best about UCR is the fact that we have diversity in all of our resources and our aspects. Like I mentioned, we're about 26, maybe 27,000 students strong. So that makes for a nice medium-sized campus. It's not going to be so large to where you're lost in a sea of students, but it's also not so small to where you're lacking the resources and the amenities and accommodations that we can provide for you. We do have a faculty member base of about 1,100 members strong, and all of our faculty members are actually PhD level. So that just means that they have received the highest quality education in their respective fields, and they will be able to pass that quality of education on to you. That does lead us to a 24-to-1 student to professor ratio. So what that does mean is that you're not going to be in these huge auditorium style classes all the time. You will have your instructor actually teaching the course for you. You will have access to them. You will be able to have the opportunity to build that connection and create that rapport. And then, of course, all of your classes, they're not going to be these huge auditorium style classes. You will have a number of seminar and discussion coursework as well. We've had about 136,000 students come out of the system, which we're proud of as well. And our location is very unique. We're based solely in SoCal, right in Riverside. So it's about an hour from everything. We're centrally located. So it's an hour from the mountains. And we have a cabin in Arrowhead Lake, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. An hour from the beach, an hour from the city, an hour from the desert. And then for those of you who want to incorporate the Disney experience into your time at Riverside, we have the shuttles that go there frequently for our students. Now, most certainly, we are known for our academics. We have over 7 different colleges available to choose from with over 150 different majors and minors available. Just a little bit, some quick snapshots about what we do have to offer, starting with our BCOE. This is, of course, our Bournes College of Engineering. One thing that's unique about UCR is that we have about 7 to about 8, almost 9 different engineering majors within this particular college. So we definitely have diversity within this discipline. We do have CHAS, which is our College of Humanities, Arts, and Social Sciences. This is more so for our liberal arts degrees. Moving forward, we have CNAS, which is the College of Natural and Agricultural Sciences. So this is more so going to be for your entomology studies, a lot of your neurobiology, a lot of your biochem. Typically, a lot of our pre-med majors will major out of this college. Moving forward, we have the School of Education. We're unique in the aspect that it's on a three-pronged approach. So most certainly it does deal with education, but it does also incorporate themes of community engagement as well as social justice. And we do have undergraduate as well as graduate now, in addition to our teaching certification program. Moving forward, we have our School of Business. One of the cool things about UCR and our School of Business is, number one, we are one of the top 3 schools of business within the system, of the UC system. Number 2, we're one of the only UCs that has the entire business suite. So again, we do have diversity within this discipline as well. And we're also having up and coming and new majors such as actuarial science. So we are on the cutting edge as far as schools of thought and discipline within not only the School of Business, but as well as our other colleges. Moving forward, we have the School of Public Policy. This is more so going to be for those of you who are interested in maybe a career in politics, maybe civil service, or maybe you want to be a politician. It more so deals with the creation of laws and policies and the best way to do so for the populace in which you guys will serve. And last but not least, we have our School of Medicine. This is our graduate program. It is exclusively for students who want to be MD or MD program only. We do have a number of incentive programs for students who are interested in maybe pursuing a career in medicine. For example, we have our reservation program where we do reserve about 50% of the seats for UCR alumni. We have our early acceptance program. So within your junior year, you can apply and get accepted. And last but not least, we are a test-free institution. So as an incentive, we also waive the MCAT. So for those of you who are most certainly really interested in pursuing a career in medicine, that is a part of your process. So it's just something to think about. And we'll definitely get into a little bit of our admissions information later. But moving forward, we just want to kind of make sure that you understand that we here at UCR, one of the things that I like the best is the fact that not only do we have diversity in every aspect, but you also have the institutional support backing you. We have our African student programs available here. One of the coolest things about UCR is the fact that we've had a long tradition and a long catalog of being actually present here on campus. We've had 50 years of being an organization and a resource for our student demographic on campuses is actually something that we're proud of because it is one of the longest standing Black resource centers available in California. So UCR has always been at the forefront to make sure that our students understand that not only do you have, your institutional support backing you, but you do have the organizational support, and there is a place for you here. We also have a number of additional programs such as our Summer Bridge program, our Pan-African Theme Hall, as well as our Dorothy Vaughan Computer Lab. One of the cooler things that we do have available is the engagement that the ASP and our African student programs do have, not only with our students but also with our faculty and staff. And one of the pioneers in doing that is the director, Mr. Dr. J is what we like to call him, but it's Dr. Jamal Merrick. But he's very, very spearheading a lot of great programs and a lot of different initiatives that are going to be most certainly suited to making sure that our Black students are most certainly represented here and supported here. We also have our community and our student success avenues, such as our Blue and Gold Black podcast. So of course we have our radio presence as well. We also have a number of different programs that we have for prospective students, such as our Day at Our Side, where we do allow, Black transfer students to come to the campus to really see what it's like, to see what the community is like, to see how much faculty support and faculty present that you actually have. And also, in addition to that, we have certain events such as Unity Day at UCR. So not only do we support our students at, you know, the admitted student level, of course, when they're already Highlanders, but we also make sure to iterate to our students at a perspective level that from the beginning of your interest at UCR all the way until you become a matriculated student, you most certainly do have representation and you have that support in every aspect that you may need in order to create that campus connection in order to ensure your academic success. Like I mentioned, we most certainly do have a very strong presence, not only with our students, but we also have it with our staff, like, you know, with people just like me, but also in your faculty members. So we do have a lot of trendsetters here. We have a number of different professors all over within the 7 different colleges that we have provided, but we also have dean's representation. You know, we also in a number of different colleges. For example, our College of Humanities, Arts, and Social Sciences, our dean, Mr. Williams, he's actually a very, very accomplished writer and professor. Also, we have, you know, Dr. Spencer, who's our dean of the School of Education. And she's not only the first, you know, female dean that's been in that particular college, but she's also the first Black woman as well. So we have a lot of groundbreaking, trend-setting things that have been happening, but we just want to make sure that we highlight not only do you have the coverage and the representation and the support at your student level, but you also have it at your faculty level as well. Now, like I mentioned, academically, or just, you know, just to kind of highlight, you know, the resources that we have available. Historically, you know, the library would be your go-to for your, you know, academic support and your resources. But today here at UCR, we have so many different pathways available for you to create that campus connection. I do want to point out that even though we do have our first year in some of these aspects as well, I want to highlight that we have a number of transfer student resources. So it just depends on how you particularly want to identify, whether it's through the major that you have available, or whether it's through you being a transfer student, maybe it's through, you know, your veterans. However you particularly identify, we most certainly do have the resources available for you, not only being a Black student, but also being a transfer student as well here at UCR. Now, as far as housing is concerned, with the transfer student demographic, we can guarantee housing for you as long as you are submitting your information prior to the or on the priority deadline. We most certainly do have a number of amenities and accommodations for you guys, not only being transfer students, but being Black students as well. Number one, we have our living and learning community. So you have the option, if you want to pick and choose whether you want to share your living spaces either with people who identify with the same values or, you know, the same identities as you, or maybe you just want to live amongst students who, of course, are maybe in the same transfer category as you. One of the other cool, unique things about UCR is that we're a residential campus. Staying on campus is not required. It is most certainly optional. And even if you do not want to live in our branded facilities, like maybe our transfer student apartments or maybe in our family housing, because we most certainly are very inclusive. So we make sure to have those accommodations for any and everybody here at UCR. If you want neither, we do have a housing liaison. So if you still need assistance with securing housing, we most certainly can assist you. But if you do choose to live in our branded facilities for our transfer students, the amenities that come with it, of course, you're going to have your pools and your fitness centers. You are going to have your on-site academic advising and tutoring. And then, of course, residence life is very much involved. So, of course, they do incorporate the programs and the activities for you guys as well. Now, with the student base of over 27,000 students, a lot of different interests and, of course, desires for, you know, so to speak, will of course emerge. Like I had mentioned, one of the things that I like about UCR the best is the fact that we're the most diverse UC campus in the entire UC system. So what that means is not only is there a place for you at UCR, there is an organization for you to join, as well as the institutional support backing you. We are an NCAA Division I school, so we have over 17 different sports for you to choose from. We do have over 500 student organizations available as well that are professionally based as well as special interest based. We have Divine Nine here, so we do have the full representation of the Greek fraternities as well as sororities here as well. That comes along with the step shows and all of the other community engagement aspects. We of course have our entertainment series, our 9 gender and ethnic programs, and our cultural festivals, and so much more. Now, of course, the elephant in the room is price and funding. One of the cool things about UCR is the fact that not only do we have our state funding and our federal funding, but we do have a lot of different programs and endowments to support you guys as well. We do have the tuition stability plan that of course locks in your tuition for 6 years. One of the other cool things about UCR is the fact that it is the lowest tuition price point in the entire UC system, so it is the cheapest. But on the flip side, we do give out the most money in awards and funding out of all of the other UCs as well. We also have our Blue and Gold Opportunity Plan. So for those of you from families that are making $80,000 or less, we can cover up to 100% of your tuition and fees. For those of you who are from families that are making a little bit more than that, we do have our middle class scholarship, which we can still assist you to a tune of up to 30%. Of the students who are asking for aid, about 85% will get it. And of that percentage, 97 are getting the free aid or of course the scholarships and the grants. One of the other things I do want to point out is that we have a number of merit-based scholarships as well. That one of the cool things about the UC system is that we allow you to pick and choose what you would like to be considered for right at the time of application. And we work very, very hard to make sure to have those packages available for you about the time that we're releasing decisions. Now, since we are working with our transfer student population, I do want to cover our transfer student admissions requirements. So just really quickly, they're very, very straightforward. We're looking for 60 semester units of transferable credit. However, if you have less than 60, we will work with you on a case-by-case basis. GPA requirements of 2.4 or higher. It does depend on your major. If you are going for a selective major, it may be more than that. We're asking for your 7-course prep, which is very easy, 2 English, 1 math, and of course your 4 social sciences. And lastly, your major prep. All that major prep is a series of courses that you must take depending on your major in order to be eligible for admission. We make it very easy for you with our resources for assist. Go to the website, plug in your CCC, which is your California Community College, the university you want to transfer to, which hopefully will be Riverside, and the major of your choosing, and it will populate each and every course that you need to take in order to be eligible for admission. Now, one of the other best benefits of coming from a CCC or a California Community College is the fact that we can guarantee your admission. So if you are transferring from a CCC, you have certain GPA requirements met, you have your hours fulfilled, and that you've completed either your English and your math. Not only can we guarantee your admission to UCR, but we can also guarantee your admission to your major of your choosing. So what I would encourage each and every one of you guys to do, if you haven't already done so, is to go ahead and create your UCTAP account. Please go ahead and enter your previous coursework if it applies. And of course, make sure to enter any future or planned coursework. And then of course, if you need any help or you run into any snags, please feel free to reach out to us. We have appointments all the time so that we can make sure to prepare you to make sure that you're ready to transfer. One other cool thing about the transfer admission guarantee is that this is an application that is optional. If you apply, that's great. The tag applications are always open 1 month prior to the UC application. As far as the UC application is concerned, for transfer admission, we do allow you to apply twice a year for the fall as well as for winter admission. As of right now, the next application cycle that you guys will be eligible for will either be winter of 2025 or of course fall of 2025. Just a really quick things, as far as the application is concerned, it is fairly straightforward. It is comprehensive, so we're looking at everything. And if you haven't already done so, I would encourage you to at least look or start to draft your PIQs or your personal insight questions. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to, of course, follow us on our social media. If you would like to reach out to myself, please feel free to use the QR code. It'll go directly to me. It's not a mass mailing, and I will make sure to respond back to you. Of course, all of our information is available on the website. I want to thank you for your time. And if you have any questions, please feel free to join us. I think we're having the breakout rooms, correct?
Yeah, I think we're just going to do a Q&A for everybody since there's only a couple students here right now.
Sure, of course. One other thing I just wanted to add, just in general for the students here today, is some of the things that I kind of have on a checklist. If you are currently or trying, that may help you with making a decision on a university to join. Of course, you want to make sure that they have appropriate amenities, but things to kind of look for are your social engagement in your community to see what organizations are available. See, of course, what faculty members and support that you have available. And of course, just to kind of see what is the instinctive available there. One of the things that I always like to tell students is if you're noticing that there's not much either student organizations for you available like BSA or BMU, or if you're finding that there is a lack of Divine Nine available at your campus, that you may want to, if community is something that matters to you, that those are some things that can help you with making a choice on if this is the best university or if this is the best institution for you. So I just want to thank you guys for your time, and I hope that you have a great day.
All right, thank you, UCR. So for any of the students in the room right now, do you have any questions in general or for anybody in particular? Okay, I guess not. I really appreciate you guys joining us today. We will post this on our website somewhere, but we will make sure to blast it out to all of our students as this was a lot of great information. And I hope to work with you guys again in the future. So have a good rest of your day. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, I
Thank you.
did have one more question. I was waiting. I
Okay.
couldn't get my phone off of mute.
Oh,
This is for
that's
Cal
okay.
State LA, so if I don't know if everyone needed to stay on or not.
It's fine. Go ahead, Rihanna.
For Cal State LA, I am one of the students that have applied and have already got my acceptance for the fall 2024. However, I wanted to know more information about not necessarily changing the major, but maybe changing the concentrate. I had enrolled for healthcare administration, but switching to it's more of just human resources.
Okay, so that would be with business administration, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so once you're at the university, you'll go to orientation, and then that's when you'll actually meet with your academic advisor, and you'll communicate with them that you want to focus on either healthcare or human resources or one of the other concentrations, because since business administration for all options has the same admission requirements, you won't have to go through anything like formal to make a change to that. You can just meet with the academic advisor during orientation or during your first semester.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Does anybody else have a question? It's just us now anyways. All right. All right. Once again, thank you and have a good day.